Many steps were taken when writing the Constitution. First, there was the Philadelphia Convention, a group of politicians who proposed the document, the Constitution, to replace the Articles of Confederation. After that, the Virginia Compromise was written, which favored the big states, so it was not kept, because the smaller states opposed it. Then the New Jersey Plan was proposed, which gave each state an equal number of votes. Then the Connecticut Compromise was written, which had a two-chambered government. One house was represented based on population, and the other gave each state the same number of representatives, no matter the size. This compromise was agreed upon and used for a new form of government. The big picture of the situation is that the current government, the Articles of Confederation, is weak, and there is a shared concern throughout the nation about creating a central government that is too strong, and whether or not the Constitution will be a positive change to fix these problems. George Washington, the soon-to-be president of the nation, said these words on his feelings about the Constitution. "My creed is simply that the general government is not invested with more powers than are indispensably necessary to perform the functions of a good government, and, consequently, that no objection ought to be made against the quantity of power delegated to it. That these powers are so distributed among the legislative, executive, and judicial branches into which the general government is arranged that it can never be in danger of degenerating into a despotic or oppressive form, so long as there shall remain any virtue in the body of the people."
Tabitha, look at this. Federalists are trying to encourage the states to ratify the Constitution.
I know, but I think it's a great idea.
But the Constitution will give the central government too much power.
Maybe, however, the Articles of Confederation limits the power of government, which gives the states way too much say. I like having rights, but many people take actions I do not agree with.
Okay, I admit that the Articles do need to be changed, but not so drastically. Also, I'm worried about the Constitution system of representation in the Senate and House, because I want each state to have a fair voice in the action of Congress.
Not to worry, because James Madison, who helped write the Constitution, will be questioned about that when the states are determining their ratification. The Articles of Confederation have no strong central government. There is no power to tax or regulate trade and commerce.
Well, we didn't like being taxed on our trade by England, so why be taxed here?
America is in debt, and we need taxes to help support the country. I think America is in need of a change.
I don't think we need a change. The system we have now works.
The Constitution will help solve many of our nation's problems. The things you do not agree with will be debated and changed if the majority agrees.
The 13 states, during the ratification period, debated whether to keep the Articles of Confederation or ratify the new Constitution. The Articles of Confederation had more failures than successes. Some of their successes were that it helped negotiate the Treaty of Paris in 1783, and it passed the Northwest Ordinance, the plan to create new states. Although the Articles of Confederation had some significant success, it had many failures as well. A few of the failures were that it had no national executive, judiciary court, or currency, which gave the government no power to tax, regulate trade, or coin money. This led to the nation's debt. Realizing the problems with their previous system, some of the people wanted to switch, but other anti-federalists opposed the Constitution for several reasons. These reasons included the worry of the expenses of government and how the state governments will lose power compared to the stronger central government. This means there are many people in need of convincing, the larger states of Virginia, Pennsylvania, and New York, in order to ratify the Constitution and make the Union successful. 9 states were needed to pass the Constitution. The states of Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut were the first to ratify, but the probability of a successful new government without the ratification of Massachusetts, Virginia, New Hampshire, or New York was unlikely.